Welcome to Dropping In, a podcast of storytelling and interviews with your host, Winter Olympian Mercedes Nickel.
Thank you so much for dropping in on episode 27. We've talked to some experts, professionals, skiers, professional snowboarders, photographers, filmers to see what's in their pack. And today will not disappoint. It's winter still, even though 2020 is now behind us. I'm excited to introduce an episode 27's guest that we will be dropping in with. I don't know if it's lucky or not, but I got to travel the world with this guy since I was maybe 16 years young. He's a mechanical engineer. He spent 13 years on the Canadian national snowboard team. He's a two-time Winter Olympian in snowboard halfpipe representing Team Canada. He spends a lot of time in the beautiful British Columbia backcountry. He is an Association of Canadian Mountain Guide splitboard guide and can be found guiding throughout BC. He has two companies, 1080 Wood, making wooden objects, and Spline Snowboards, making some of the wildest snowboards that I have ever seen on the market, all made by him from start to finish. This husband, father, friend, splitboard guide, engineer, Olympian, woodworker carries a very important pack in the backcountry. Let's see what's in Justin Lamoureux's pack. Justin Lamoureux, are you ready to drop in?
I think I'm mostly usually ready to drop in.
Okay.
My lighting's terrible, Mer.
No, don't worry about it. It's a podcast. It also does go on YouTube.
Filming it.
I know.
What is that?
It does go on YouTube, but a lot of people will just be listening. So don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's good. So I don't have to look good, is what you're saying?
You always look good. You always look good. All right, I'm starting. So if you're new to dropping in, I start with 10 rapid fire questions that you've never seen before. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1, where in the world are you today?
Squamish, British Columbia.
Okay. Number 2, we have traveled a lot together. It's kind of a two-part question. Where is somewhere that you would go back for snow? And where is somewhere you'd go back for sun?
Japan for snow.
Yes.
Although some of those Italian trips were pretty amazing.
That's true.
And like Madonna di Campiglio, like a very long time ago, was insane.
I didn't get to go there.
Oh, well, okay, well.
You guys had mad pow there, though, didn't you?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like right down to the Gandhi all day long. It was amazing.
Amazing.
And then the sun, as far as those trips, I'm going to say Barcelona.
I love Barcelona.
I know you love Barcelona.
It's like the coolest place ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, now I just want to go to Barcelona. We're not allowed to travel. COVID. Okay. Number 3. Moving on. Number 3.
You know what? I've solved my light thing. I've just turned myself off. Now I just look at you.
Oh.
This is great.
Perfect.
Doesn't matter what I look like.
No. I love it. Okay. Number 3, this is kind of a heavy question. Biggest takeaway from the Olympics?
From the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anybody could win? Well, not in my case. That would just be Sean. So nobody could say he just won. Anyone could do well, I suppose. But I think the biggest thing about it is like not putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
In that sense, in one sense it's just another contest. Yeah. But then in another sense, it's a totally different contest. And I found the first one was trickier than the second one, but the second one was at home, which would have more pressure. But I felt
it didn't.
Totally at ease.
Yeah.
In Vancouver.
I know. Although it was, I don't know, that was a weird one. I didn't feel as much pressure there either, I don't think. I was just like, oh, weight lifted, I made it here.
Yeah. Well, the night right before we competed, Brad Martin and I were rooming together.
Yeah.
And we were just chatting away. And I think one of the last things I said to him before I went to bed was, I've done everything I possibly can to do well tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of it's just what it is. And then just
Totally.
immediately passed out and fell asleep. And I don't know what Brad thought about that afterwards, but
Remind me, what place did you get at the 2010 games?
one behind you, which would be seventh.
Seventh.
But for the guys, it was pretty good as far as Canadians are concerned.
The best. The best. Oh, man, let's go back to the Olympics. That was so fun. Although I got really sick at those games.
You got to go to 4 of them.
I know. I don't recommend it.
I feel like I'm slumming it too.
No, you're... Trust me, you're not. Okay, moving on from the Olympics. Number 4, engineering and snow science. You are like the biggest brain I think I know. What's next?
Well, thank you. I don't know about that, but thanks.
What's next? What are you going to learn next?
Currently, I am taking some online Masters of Engineering courses through MIT.
You're nuts, dude. And you have a child. No big deal.
Yeah, last year I took a course in artificial intelligence, and then this spring when COVID hit, I took a few other courses to kind of like learn how to program some AI stuff and play with IBM Watson, which is this AI kind of computer.
Like a
robot? No, Watson's just like that's the name for their artificial intelligence that IBM has. So I was learning how to program chatbots and stuff. So if you go onto a website, it would pop up.
Oh, yeah.
And you could ask it questions, and it would come back with an answer, sort of based on.
And it's not a human being.
No, it's totally not a human being.
Technology.
So I was playing around with learning that for a while, and then the last few years I wanted to go into a master's somehow, but I didn't really want to leave Squamish.
Yeah.
And nowadays, with all the online things, I'm able to take what they call micromasters, which is 1/3 of the master's degree at MIT. Wow. So I said, sure, let's just start. So I just finished the first course, and then I'll take another one in January through to March, and then the summer and next fall. And if I pass them all, then I'll have done like 1/3 of the master's course, and then we'll see what happens after that.
You're crazy.
So just learning one thing at a time.
I respect that. That's one way to do it. Dude, oh, and then what? Then you're going to start building robots or something. I don't know. All right.
I bought a robot.
You build it?
Well, it's a CNC. It's kind of a robot. But
I feel like you just use CNC.
Like
I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
For the snowboards.
What?
It's a computer controlled cutter to cut.
Oh.
I'll use it to cut out snowboard cores and things like that. It'll be used for spline.
Wicked.
So it's just a big table, and it's just 3-axis machine.
Yeah.
That moves around with a router essentially on it.
Awesome.
Or a knife blade, and you can cut various things in 3 dimensions and whatnot.
Very cool. Kind of a robot. Yeah, that's true. Okay, and number 5, hike, cat, or heli?
Boy, yeah. I have to pick one?
Yeah.
I'm going to default to hiking.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that. I was like, I typed these out. I'm like, I think I know what he's going to choose.
I mean, heli would be pretty close. If you get a really good heli day, it's pretty insane.
Okay, can you explain Can you explain to the people why you chose hiking? I know because you're a hike-a-thon. You like hike everywhere. It's ridiculous.
I picked hiking due to, being in a helicopter is kind of like the crack cocaine of powder riding. It's just more, right away. I want more now. Because you get to the bottom, the helicopter comes in, picks you up, you're right to the top in about a minute into the next run. And if you're really fast at it, you can bang out. I took some clients last year on 50,000 foot plus days, which is a lot of skiing.
Yeah.
And to put that in relation to Whistler Blackcomb, that'd be 10 peak to creeks.
Oh my God, your legs
in
would be
one
on
day.
fire. Your legs would
Yeah,
be
oh
on
yeah.
fire.
So you're going really quite rapid fire on the
Yeah.
whole thing. So it's pretty amazing in its own right. But then when you walk up or you splitboard up or ski tour, you get to kind of feel the snow the whole way
Mm-hmm.
and sort of be in tune with everything that's going on. And usually you can get into places that you can't get a snow machine into, or a heli or something.
Right.
And it's just a little quieter. Well, it's a lot quieter actually. By a lot. I don't have to, yeah. And I just really enjoy the hike up and just kind of the being in that environment and
I know, but
slowly immersing yourself through the day.
you're hiking, like when you would hike the half pipe, you're like on the stair machine like it's no big thing. You hike really fast. And everyone else is taking the chairlift, including me. Oh man. All right. So hiking, one with nature. Like you're earning it, right?
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, in the half pipe, it boiled down in my head. It boiled down to time. If I took the chairlift, it took me 15 minutes to do a full lap.
Right.
But if I hiked, it took me 5 minutes. So I got 3 laps in the pipe by the time everyone else got their second one in.
Yeah, but seriously, your
So
5 minutes would be my 20 minutes. How tall are you?
Well, my legs are a little bit longer than yours. That's perfect.
Like a foot. Maybe
a foot taller than you.
Maybe more. Anyways,
6 feet.
hiking. Moving on. Number 6. Now, okay, you have a son and you've taught him. I've seen you on like stories that you've taught him some snow science, which I think is so respectable and rad. Being a father, what is the most proud moment so far?
For him? Oh my gosh. I think anytime he just accepts a challenge.
Oh.
Is kind of when I'm the most proud of him. Because that's what I really want him to do in life, is just whatever it is, just accept the challenge and try and learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he does that and steps into something that he's uncomfortable with, that's when I'm really stoked for him.
Oh, I love that. So good. Okay, back to the mountains for number 7. Favorite mountain to ride in the whole wide world?
Like a chairlift access mountain?
It's your choice. Whatever. You could hike it. Whatever you want.
Well, if we go chairlift, I'll say Whistler Blackcomb.
Okay.
As long as they don't send me any more emails saying I can't book a week out.
I know it's really difficult right now.
Yeah. But yeah, usually Whistler Blackcomb.
Yeah.
As far as chairlift access. And then anything else, yeah, basically all the backcountry around the Whistler, Squamish, Pemby area.
BC.
I couldn't sort of pinpoint any of those because there's a lot of amazing mountains around, and
for sure
there's a lot of cool things to go snowboard on.
Okay, cool. Number 8, if you were going on a hut trip, how long would you go for?
Usually 1 week.
1 week.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I would go a lot longer if I had food.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Number 9, are you teaching any AVI courses right now?
Right at the second? No.
Not right now. Obviously, we're on dropping in. But within like
with Mercedes Nicole.
within like the next little bit.
On the weekend, Thursday, Friday, I was teaching Kimi, my wife, and a whole bunch of other friends, basically all my friends' wives for the most part, an AST2.
Okay.
So they had we kind of bounced off that first half, and then we'll do that second half next week, I think, or something.
Cool.
And then I had the last few days a private client that I was taking out ski touring.
Awesome. And who do you recommend? Like, can anyone just hit you up to do an AVI course? How does it work?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, just hit you up. Perfect. We'll get all your info at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, number
guiding, heli access, like whatever.
I know. It's so
you want to go slide on snow in the backcountry? Yeah, we could
I would feel very safe with you. I know that much. Number 10, you said that your favorite place to ride with a chairlift is Whistler Blackcomb. Let's break it down. Whistler or Blackcomb? It's my favorite. Creekside. Just even more specific. Whistler Creekside.
There's another lift on Whistler?
That's totally fair. Do you see my brother often?
Never.
Yeah, never. He's never there.
Never see the Heavens Devils there.
No, I know.
I never see you there, actually.
I know, because I am like the black sheep. I'm a Whistler girl through and through, but I live on Blackcomb, so it's just easier for me. I'm not going to drive to Creekside.
Yeah, get it together, Mer. Creekside.
I know. I'm not one with the posse.
Your brother. I mean,
I do go up Fitz, and then I'll go up Garbo, and then I'll come down. But
I got you.
It is what it is. Justin, that was the rapid fire.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it? That was 10 questions?
That was 10 questions.
It's never flowed like water.
It's never rapid, which is my favorite. But at least the listeners and the viewers get to learn a little bit more about you that they may not have known before. Now we're going to head in and take a peek at what is in your pack. So you go out as a guide, but you also go out just as a Justin, not a guide.
Just as a Justin.
Just as a Justin. What's in your pack? What are you packing in there?
Well, at least thankfully you pre-warned me about this one, so I have a pack.
Perfect.
Where's my pack?
Does it have an airbag in it? Oh, it's an Arc'teryx pack.
No, there's no airbag in it.
Black Arc'teryx pack
not in
with
this one.
Red zippers.
It's a Kamsky. Now that I've deleted myself, I can't see myself there again. Yeah, this is the Arc'teryx Kamsky. It's a 38-liter bag.
38-liter bag.
Big bag for most people, but I think a 30 liters kind of the key choice. Okay, it's currently set up for full guiding.
Okay, for guiding. Cool. I wouldn't know what's in a guide's pack, so this is cool.
This is going to be the guide's pack.
Yeah.
Radio. In reach. Yeah,
we talked about that with Chris Scheller.
Scraper. That's really important.
A scraper,
Snaps.
Like a snowboard scraper?
Yeah.
That's important?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because for getting bindings on and putting splitboard halves together and stuff, snow sticks to everything.
Right.
So having a scraper handy is...
Okay, that's like a really small scraper. That's brilliant.
Well, yeah, it used to be a Rude Boys one, and I snapped it in half.
Okay.
And so I just need like the chunk of it.
Yeah, you don't need a huge
I'm
one.
not like scraping wax with it. It'd be really
just getting
terrible
the snow
to scrape wax with. But just
Copy
getting
that.
snow off and ice off things and things like that.
And you had some snacks in there? I love to know what your snacks are.
These are the emergency snacks, Cliff Shots.
Cliff Shots, okay.
Because people bonk, and these things are amazing, and they don't weigh much. And they're pretty small, so there's usually always some in my bag, but it's not full of food and things like that right now. So there'd be like this whole pouch is essentially full of snacks during my day.
What kind of snacks? Let's get into snacks. I love snacks.
Fruit bars, shot block, or like Cliff Shots.
Yeah.
Cliff bars, granola bars. I'm basically just sugar.
Sugar.
More or less.
Okay.
If you want energy in the backcountry, it's sugar.
Sugar. Yeah, Erin Hogue takes out, like, her emergency is these little maple sugar things.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's super interesting. Okay.
Okay, my pack's packed like there's a side zipper.
Okay, yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's like
you're not you're not going in from the top, you're going in from the side.
My whole entire bag's packed from the side of the bag.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And here is my
skins.
Harness.
Oh. I'm like, those are your skins. Psych. No,
No.
that's a harness.
Yeah. What's
A
harness
real
carabiners?
harness. Harnesses really accentuate certain areas.
Bums.
Bums.
Yeah, harness carabiners, micro traction, some slings and things like that. They all live kind of in the same pouch all together.
Okay.
This would be, I guess, if I'm going in the heli or like riding on glaciers and stuff.
Okay.
Would be kind of what's in here right now. This pouch has 35 meters of
Rope.
6 mil rope, so I can rappel down on this and do rescue and things like that out of pull people out of crevasses or lower them off cliffs and whatnot. Rescue tarp.
Classic.
So this kind
How
of.
big is that?
I don't know, like 8 feet by 6 feet, maybe.
Okay.
Something this guy in Canmore makes these, and they're basically like all the guides have this particular one.
That brand. That's not like
kind of a slick bottom to one side. You burrito wrap everybody.
Okay. That's not like the marathon one.
No,
that's like a real tarp.
Yeah, this is like it's a pretty big tarp. Like I've set it up to have like a kitchen and things like that.
Right.
Okay.
What color is it?
Sit under it, sleep under it. Yellow, orange.
It's in an orange bag. Oh, it's orange. Okay.
It's all orange.
Cool.
Everything's orange. All my stuff is orange.
So you can see you anywhere. Is that like a thing? Because a lot of guides have orange. Is like orange a thing for guides?
Well, orange, red, fluorescent green. Yeah. Those colors you don't really see in the wild. Like you don't see that in the environment in the wintertime.
Okay.
Right. So those things stick out like crazy.
Yeah.
If you're wearing kind of bluish, black, green, white.
Camo. You're fucked.
Those are all essentially camo colors in winter. Or especially if you're in the forest or whatever.
Right.
So they're really hard to see. So if having bright colors super handy if you ever have to get rescued or something to that effect, or need somebody else to find you.
Okay.
First aid kit.
Yeah, there's a lot in that first aid kit, isn't there?
Yeah, this is my like guiding first aid kit. Yeah. But it's
like the size of your forearm.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. There might even be like some spare parts in there. No, I think I took those out. But there's like masks and gloves and all sorts of stuff in there.
Okay, cool. You could save a life with that. Or not, like you could keep a life going.
I could stabilize a life.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
And normally I would have a puffy.
A puffy? Yeah, an extra layer.
Yep, a puffy's good. Puffies are warm.
Because you're going to be hiking everywhere and then you're sweat and freeze.
Yeah, you don't want to sweat as much as possible.
Yeah.
When you're hiking, but yeah, I usually have a down jacket, and then skins, water, lunch if I remember to bring lunch, which when you don't is kind of annoying. Extra gloves, sunglasses, an extra hat, like a thin hat. So if I'm ski touring, I kind of have like an uphill mode and a downhill mode.
Okay.
So uphill is thin gloves, thin hat, sunglasses. Downhill is goggles, thick gloves, layers, so on. Yeah. Just again to minimize that sweating. There's a sneaky little side pocket inside this bag, which I have a big knife.
On Robin, I had Robin Van Gin on an episode, and she's like, "I'm just kind of a knife girl." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, but it's like a knife actually doesn't get used that much, which is kind of funny. And so every time someone's like, "I got a knife," I'm like, "What do you do with a knife? You can't cut a tree with a knife."
Right. That is.
You can cut like little things with a knife, but it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a full complement of screws, like screw heads and drivers.
A handy tool. Yeah.
Handy tool, because you got to fix a whole bunch of things, and then Yeah, like just a big multi-tool.
Okay.
Plier.
Oh, Leatherman.
Yeah, Leatherman style thing.
Nice.
I got some extra bolts and stuff for my splitboard bindings.
Brilliant.
Zap straps.
Always handy.
Super handy. An extra ladder and ratchet
for your bindings.
And then little hunks of skin wax. And I got a really good story about these lately. The skin wax is if it gets really hot out
for your skins.
For your skins, because you'll step through like the upper layer of snow is like melted, so your skins get wet, and then you step into the cold snow and everything sticks to your skin.
Yes.
And then it flops and it gets bigger and bigger. So you use like a little, well, it's usually bigger than this, but you use some wax to
put that on it.
Try and keep your skins dry so that you don't get snow stuck to it.
Got it.
But as I recently found out, wax and snacks rhyme.
Well, shoot, you ate it.
No, not me.
Oh. It looks like gum. It looks like a piece of bubble gum.
It does. So my friend that was living downstairs in our house, we went out touring recently and he forgot his lunch. So I was like, oh yeah, no, I got snacks for you. What do you need? And at the same time, I said, hey, here's some wax for his skins, and threw it at him. And then he knows I have lots of clip things around the house, and the wax fell in the snow. So he just like reached in to the snow and grabbed it and threw it in his mouth while I was reaching into my pack to get like a Cliff Bar.
And then 20 seconds, like 10, 15 seconds later, he's like, am I chewing on cardboard? This stuff is terrible. You're like, that's the new kind of Cliff Bar / it's wax.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What? And he's like, yeah, this stuff tastes terrible.
Oh.
Chewing on skin wax. Ah!
Oh, that's awesome. All right, don't
skin
mix
wax
up.
On the ground. He's downstairs right now. I'm probably gonna heckle him about it later on tonight.
He's still with us.
Yeah,
he didn't die from the wax.
Yeah, but in case you're wondering, skin wax doesn't taste good.
Copy that.
Not recommended.
No.
And then the front of my backpack.
Yeah.
Which is our
gosh.
affectionately be known as like your tool pouch.
Yeah.
Kind of thing on a ski bag. Shovel
head.
Probe.
Out of the bag.
Shovel handle.
Handle. Is there a saw in the shovel handle?
Well, this is the guide special.
Okay, this is a parcel wrapped with how many? 3, what do we call those things?
No, so this is my saw.
Well, I know, but I was explaining what it was wrapped in.
I'm going to get to that in a second. The saw, like a lot of people use like a little chintzy snow saw kind of thing.
Yeah.
A pruning saw is actually much more legit snow saw, and then when you actually have to cut down a tree, you could actually cut down a tree, or at least cut down more than one tree. Because
right.
Your snow saw will only cut down one tree.
That thing is legit.
And then after that, it's a struggle.
Pretty sure my dad has one of those.
Well, I had to cut down some trees to get a helicopter in one time because I missed the landing.
Uh-oh.
And so I sat there with my old like snow saw.
Yeah, you're
I cut
over
one
it.
tree down, and after that, it just progressively got worse. I was like, man, this is taking a long time to cut this tree down.
Oh my God.
I'd love to get the helicopter in here so we can leave.
Right. Okay. What is it? What do you package it in?
Well, this is a splint.
Oh, that's your splint. Okay, KK.
Yeah, so it's like signboard.
Like chloroplast signing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of folded up and cut.
And then that's versatile because you would use that as a splint
it could be
for
a
someone.
full leg splint if necessary.
And it cases your saw.
And it cases my saw, and I can sit on it. I can like lie on it if need be, or something like keep me off the snow.
Are you the only person that does this?
Oh no, this is like everybody does this.
Oh, everyone
this is like
does
the guide
this.
special right here. Yeah,
it is
like,
super cool.
If you're not running like this, because this thing doesn't weigh much.
Yeah.
And it's a legit splint. Like I can splint my entire 1 meter long leg with this thing.
You're so tall.
I was teaching X distances, and then he kept forgetting what 1 meter was. So then one day we measured my leg because I figured it was about a meter. Turns out it's a meter on the dot.
Oh my goodness.
So
I
every
can't
time
talk
he
to you
asks, it
anymore.
was like, well, he's like, how long's a meter? I'm like, it's my leg. And he's like, oh, right. Okay.
It's a great visual, Dad.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like a huge inside scoop of like Guides 101, what you guys use. It's really cool.
Yeah. But we'll like pack things differently, like for each day.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like I won't bring a rope and a harness on like I'm going ski touring in the trees.
Okay.
Kind of day. But the first aid kit and the tarp come every day. The shovel, probe saw, splint, radio, those things come all the time.
Very cool.
And the extra layers and sunglasses. Oh, I forgot. Like one of the most important things is right in the rain.
Yes, the waterproof paper.
Yeah. If you're gonna be a guide, you gotta have a book or something just to make yourself look legit.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to Robin about it. I was like, "Oh, that's the water. It's empty." I'm like, "Oh, that's the waterproof paper." And she's like, "Doesn't everyone know that?" And I was like, "I don't think everyone knows there's such thing as waterproof paper."
Yeah, I didn't know that until like I kind of afterwards I got into it. I was like, oh.
And is there a waterproof pen and pencil? Is that
no? Anything will write on these things, which is really cool. And they started like I want to say in the like 1800s making these things.
It's pretty legit. Legit.
I don't know. One of them. Oh, you see, there's a history thing in the back of these books. That's why I knew what was going on.
You read everything. Justin, what kind of peeps do you use?
I have a Berry Box S.
Berry Box S. Is that like the most up-to-date thing you can have?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
It's one of them. If there's a guide standard,
yeah,
it's probably that one.
Wicked. I want to ask you a couple questions. What's up for the season with you?
Snowboarding and sorry, hold on, I can't look at myself again. I'm gonna hide that. Snowboarding as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's pretty up. It's pretty up in the air in terms of guiding, and we're just starting the cat skiing at Powder Mountain and the helis, with Powder Mountain and Phantom, and just
trying to be as
the whole industry is kind of rolling with the punches that we have this year.
Yeah.
At least we can take local people out and we can teach avalanche courses and things like that, which is good.
Highly recommend an avalanche course if you haven't done one. And I need to do my AST too. I've done like level 1 probably 3 times now, and I don't regret any of it, but it might be time for me to bump it up.
Bump it up. Call Dom.
I know. How fun would me and Dom be? She wants to do it too, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be wicked.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm just going to do a couple takeaways from what we learned today in the short time that we had with you, but amazing time. Sorry.
Not long enough.
I know, never long enough, but I hope to, I'm gonna have to come to Creekside. A couple of things that you have in your pack that people might not think about. The rope and the tarp obviously seem to be, the rope. Do you take that with you every day?
No, not every day.
Okay.
I might like a little 5 meter or something, because sometimes a little chunk can really help you out.
Get a long way.
But I would say not that many people have repair stuff in their bag.
Have which?
Repair, like
repair if you have like a busted binding or something like that. Yeah.
Straps, tape.
Yeah, keep all that. I like it. Holy secret with the saw and the splint and the straps. That was really, really cool. To see how you did that. Seriously, I'd never seen that before. Really, really cool. And I did appreciate how you explained hiking versus the crack cocaine of the backcountry, which is heli. Is there anything? Oh, and then also don't eat skin wax. Side note.
Definitely don't eat skin wax.
Anything that I missed that you wanted to touch on?
No, I'm sure the two of us can chat for quite a long time. So
I know. I try to keep them brief.
we're keeping
Where
it to the backcountry. I think we're pretty good there.
Totally. Okay, where can people find you online if they want to book courses with you or get a snowboard from you?
They can just go straight through splinesnowboards.com and contact through there, and yeah, it'll come straight to me. And yeah, snowboards, guiding, whatever.
SPLINE. Spline. Very cool.
Right there.
Thank you. Justin, thank you so much for dropping in with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Mary. Anytime.
Thanks so much for dropping in. You can find all the dropping in episodes on the Dean Blundell Network or on your preferred podcast network, where you can subscribe and not miss an episode.